Hello, everyone. Hello. We are here live for the Lumina Vhox closeout party. We'll be joined by Jose pretty soon, but I'm going to bring up this campaign. It feels weird it feels weird being on a Friday and not having any type of intro, nothing.
Make one up. Go your regular intro.
Get with it, V. Get with it.
I should have did a radio intro. I should have. Don't know why I'm so slow. Let me see here. See, there we go. There's a campaign. Now he's closing this out $14,109. Nothing to sneeze at. But let's see. Let me redo this because I'm sure he went up. Yeah, $15,365. He's got 13 hours left, so he won't close out on this show, but he's closing out very soon. Mexico City, Mexico. Lumina Vhox. This comic, the first time I was made aware of Jose, we covered him on it came from Webtoon, Eric Hodson, and we were looking at his comic 8-Bit Story, and Eric just found him. Wasn't on any research, just found the story on Webtoon and just organically just start talking about him. And the next thing he launches this campaign, this Lumina Vhox, and it's like it blows up. Fantastic looking book. You look at the art, the colors. I want it on my shelf like yesterday.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
You won't send me an advanced copy, and this is not the way you treat the press.
That's right.
People do that. We can get advanced copies.
Oh yeah, you didn't know? Yeah,
hey.
We're supposed to get advanced copies, and some of these folks just don't want to do it. I don't understand. Listen, the key of what happens when you don't send us advanced copies is in our name. The Pressed. Depressed. we get depressed when we don't get those advanced copies. I'm
totally depressed because I didn't even know that was a thing.
Nita, are you not paying attention?
I'm sorry, Meredith.
No, but actually, I think because Nita had approached me and she says, "Hey, we're doing the closing party." I'm like, "Oh, we are doing a closing party." And she says, "Yes." And then she sent me this link, and the art is fantastic.
It's phenomenal.
And what were we saying about it? It was something like, it's like a brighter, for me, going through some of the art, and I'm hoping that he gets here pretty soon so that we can talk about it. But for me, it just felt like a lighter version of like the Dark Crystal. You kind of get that feeling of that kind of world. With the fantasy and the creatures in this world where it's not as dark as Dark Crystal, but I can feel it feels like there are influences in there from that, and I'm kind of curious to know what his influences are.
It's kind of weird too because it's like it kind of reminds me of like this. I don't know, this manga hybrid, something from Full Metal meets Fern Gully, The Last Rainforest meets, I don't know, I love it because it's dark and colorful at the same time. I love it.
It's a fantastic looking book. I mean, those colors, all that, it's fantastic. I'm gonna play the video here real quick, and you guys can salivate over that. Give me 1 second. There you go.
I don't know how it happened, but that thing found its way into us. It took everything from me. I'm not sure how, but I'm gonna take it back. What is a Lumina? If you want to know, find find out by backing. Only on Indiegogo.
That's pretty cool.
I want to know who did that video too.
Yeah, it looks good. Sometimes I wonder if he did the same voice thing that I did.
Well, you have a lovely Vivian voice.
Yeah. It's there's Lumina Vhox. And here's the tier. So there's I mean, the thing is that the digital PDF tier is really freaking affordable at $10. I mean, you're looking at an 80-page book, $10 PDF. It's ridiculously cheap. Printed Lumina is $25. Again, very very affordable. 80 pages. I've got a chance to look at his other work a while ago, the 8-bit story on Webtoon, which is free, and it's gorgeous. So this is just like it. And we're joined by Jose right now. Hello.
What's up, everyone?
Hey.
Say.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for being here. Yeah, it wouldn't be a show without you. So. We were just looking at the campaign, and was it Nita? Was it you that said it looked like Dark Crystal, or was it Meredith?
Yeah, it was me. I really wanted to know what your influences were because, what I said earlier at the beginning of the show was that it seems to me like a lighter version of the Dark Crystal.
Oh.
And so because I grew up with it. I love the colors, the darkness and stuff like that. But I see this lighter version, but at the same time, this dark, look at the hand there. It's just like, oh yes, I'm all over that. And so I'm kind of curious what your influences are for the art and the story.
Yeah, for sure. I really love the Dark Crystal. It was an influence. Definitively, but I come from a background in animation. I did work on Adventure Time and a regular show, but I like a lot of manga too. So a lot of my inspiration comes from Berserk, from Kentaro Miura, and I don't know. There's a lot of great anime, manga, and some comics. European comics and animation, so it's kind of a melting pot of everything I like. I like the animations from a school called Gobelins on France. I really love their shorts, and I kind of choose like 2 or 3 of those shorts, my favorite ones. And then, put all of my experience from Adventure Time and all the grittiness from, from Berserk. And I try to make something unique, and I hope it stands out.
Yeah, it's kind of like got this Full Metal Alchemist meets Adventure Time feel going on. And I was like, this is freaking awesome. And it's really sad because this campaign just came to my attention a couple days ago. So we did back, but it was like, man, where was this the whole time?
Oh, thanks a lot for backing. It's kind of my first campaign here on Indiegogo. I used to do some campaigns on Mexico before, but I didn't reach enough U.S. audience. The cool thing, kind of the bad thing about working on animation is that your work is under NDAs, non-disclosure agreements. So most of my work was pretty much behind, behind an NDA. So I wasn't able to post regularly on the internet. Like when you work on animation, you mostly all of your work, gets. You cannot post it anywhere until the show comes out and stuff. So you have to wait like pretty much like 2 or 3 years to post, maybe 5 to 10 images, and that's it. So that kind of sucks. But now that I left my work at DreamWorks a couple of months ago, So I really want to make comics, and I had this idea, and I want to try, I want to try crowdfunding because it's never been easier to do a crowdfunding.
Right.
Like the audience is here on YouTube, and there's tons of people helping out. On Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and it's far easier than a couple of years ago.
Mhm.
And neon heavy metal. I used to work on heavy metal
Yeah,
back when they were cool.
back when they were cool. Yeah, they've kind of changed. Mike Vincent, hello, Mike. Meredith says this is a really gorgeous looking book. The art is phenomenal. And then I said just quick like and share at lunchtime later. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. Yeah, you used to work for Heavy Metal Cartoon Network, correct?
Yep, Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, DreamWorks, First Second Books, and a couple of other publishers.
Yeah. And when Eric had you on a couple of months ago on when we were looking at an 8-bit story.
Oh yeah.
You hadn't I don't think you had launched Lumina Vhox yet. Yeah, you had your sign up page.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have to say we broke you. We brought you to the world. But you've exploded since then. Artwork on this book. Again, it's phenomenal artwork. I mean, this page here, I had to stop at it. Look at that detail. I mean, as an artist, there's a lot of detail in here. And if you're listening to us,
that is awesome.
Yeah, like you go over to YouTube, check this out. Look at the video, the artwork in this book. Go over to the campaign. Lumina Vhox, Lumina space Vhox on Indiegogo, and look at these pages. But the page that I'm talking about right now it's got these two pillars in the foreground, and behind it is this image that I gotta do some stuff like that in my comic that's getting ready to come out, and I'm like, oh, back to the drawing board.
Like alchemy circles, and
yeah,
and the tentacles in the back. It's just freaking awesome.
Yeah, back to the drawing board for me.
Maybe your mom will let you put it on her fridge, Varian.
Maybe. Oh yeah, that, and then she'll tell me that I have to come down after a while. Once she realizes it's of Satan, she'll tell me. I again, all the artwork in here is it's all of it. It's mind twisting. Now the gods here. I was having a discussion earlier. I didn't know. You gotta tell me because Nita knows where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
But the gods here, they look like floating vajayjays.
No, that's not where I was going.
Oh,
that's where I was going.
Okay.
God, Baron.
Way to make it weird, Varian.
Yeah, way to make it uncomfortable. I was gonna ask if it was influenced by the homunculi from Full Metal.
It was influenced by the homunculi, and I know they have this kind of sexual connotation, but this is the gods in my story are kind of like a manifestation of what the main character like their biggest fear. So the main character is kind of this little girl. She's maybe like 8 to 10, so she's about to hit puberty and stuff. So she has all these kind of fears of growing up and stuff. So that's why this kind of eldritch god manifested like this way, because she's trying to come to terms with growing up and stuff. So that's going to be kind of a huge part of the story, her growing up and coming to terms to having this god and her fears and overcoming everything to to save her family.
And I still the art in 8-bit story, which is silent. There's no words in 8-bit story.
Yeah.
Which is hard to pull off. I mean, so you tell me to hey, I want you to do a book with no words. Like, well, first of all, the cool thing is you've eliminated the need for editors. I'm doing air quotes right now. You guys can't see it. I got to get my hat so I can put myself on video. Give me a second.
Well,
I'll be right back.
Having the thing about having a comic with no words is you don't have to worry about translations, right? The art is telling the story itself, so it is global. I mean, you can have an international reach with that kind of story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kind of like a manga called Gone. It's about a little dinosaur, and it's kind of a goofy story. He kind of fights with other animals. It's kind of like this little dinosaur out of time. There's no other dinosaurs. He lives kind of in this modern world, and he kind of fights other animals, and he has like this cute interaction. It's kind of a great fish out of water story, and it's completely silent, and it has like 5 volumes, like 1,000 pages of these short stories, and I really like that. Growing up, I really liked Gone, and I want to do something like that. And since I was on school, I was taking an animation course at this point of my life. I made an 8-bit story like maybe 5 or 6 years ago. So I was still I was taking an animation course. So we had to make a final short for our finals. So I decided to start storyboarding this book of the things I like Game Boy games, video game stuff. So I just start making this exercise, this last assignment for for an animated short. But then I realized how much work goes into the animation, and I was like, oh man, I will never finish this one. So I rather decide to grab all my storyboards and try some cool pages layouts and just put it into a comic. And it was fun. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about making pages. I learned a lot about coloring, how much this takes, and it was fun. And I actually had to do some editing because some stuff didn't read well. So I had to redraw some pages later on. So even though if you don't have an kind of like a copy editor or a story editor, you still need to be very clear with your images. So I was showing this to my friends, to my brother, and I always got some feedback like, I don't understand what's happening here. What happened between this page and the next page? The page turner isn't really good. There's no impact. You should put this panel instead of here. You move it back and to the previous page, so we have more impact. So maybe it wasn't as much as dealing with with an editor, like talking about the story, but rather like talking to a bunch of art directors with my friends. Like they were telling me like, this worked, this doesn't, and I learned a lot from it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't realize, because so my start is really in prose, and just in this past year have I really started to study scripts. So and there is a difference between movie scripts and comic book scripts.
Oh yeah,
because you need to see that flow. You need to pay attention to the page turn, or whether it's a splash page, and all of those little cliffhangers at the end, so that your eye is directed.
And the restricted movement too.
And the restricted movement. So you're not dealing necessarily with movement now. You're really looking at a static page that has to move in your imagination. What is that like with you? Because having done illustration and animation and things, and then moving into this form, you kind of touched on it a little bit, but can you expand on that? And do you have a favorite, or is it all art to you, because you are obviously very talented?
No, thanks a lot. It's super different. I am trying to get a perfect marriage between storyboarding and comics, because storyboarding, you make lots of drawing, and these days it is more demanding than ever, because there's something happening with storyboards that a lot of people, a lot of artists who post their animatics, their storyboards, they are on Twitter, and they mostly post their more polished stuff. Like the stuff is almost on model. It's almost like almost full 2D animation. Like it's almost animated, and people start seeing this, and the bar starts getting like higher and higher. Like all these executives, they go to Twitter and they see these fully finished, polished pieces, instead of the actual real work that goes into storyboarding. Like whenever you do storyboards, you're dealing mostly with mostly stickmen, like super simple stuff. That's what it used to be, but nowadays, since everyone just posts their better version, the bar keeps getting higher and higher. So I got into animation, into storyboardings when they made the jump to make more polished stuff. So I was being expected to not only do the storyboarding, the acting and stuff, but you actually were you're doing like 2 or 3 more jobs than usual. Like you're animating, you're doing the animatic because everyone else was posting that. So, and you were still being paid like your base salary, But in animation right now, you have to work like 2 or 3 times more than it used to be. So that leaves me with making tons of drawings. Like when I was on DreamWorks, I was doing like sequences of maybe 600 drawings to make kind of like this some shots. So it was I got used to drawing a lot, and that kind of influenced my comics, because now comic books have a real estate that are pages, and when you're a writer, you only have enough space on the page and enough money to pay an artist. So you have to be very frugal with your paneling, with your timing and spacing. And having working on comics, it was always kind of like a barrier for me. Like if you see any Marvel or DC comics, I own a lot of Batman, and I'm a big fan of Superman, Batman. So the thing I never liked about comics is that whenever there's a huge fight, there will only be like 2 pages, 2 pages of people fighting, and that seems super boring to me. And being as a storyboard artist and doing some action adventure myself, like I will use maybe 600, 800 panels to tell the complete story, and just seeing like 8 panels of a full story, that was like, oh man, this is super boring. And then you go into manga, and manga I really love like shonen manga, so kind of like My Hero Academia, kind of like well, this is seinen Gantz. I really love Gantz, and it's super cinematic. And you have this Naruto, One Piece, so you have this at least like 30 to 40 pages of full battles, So it's complete. The pacing is completely different. So it feels more epic. It feels more earned. The battles and stuff. So trying to translate storyboards into comics, it gets a little bit harder when you're working with a script. I can still fit everything in, but not the way I want it. So with Lumina Vhox and my sorry. Sorry. Yeah, with Lumina Vhox and my comics and my personal comics, I tend to do more the cinematic approach. So I tend to draw a lot more. Like I like to have some timing, some spacing, some double spreads. So there's a lot of silent pages on this comic, and on all of my comics, because I want to grab the cinematic, the cinematic approach, the cinematic view into my comics. So that's why I am always having bigger books. I want to have and I want to give the reader, the experience of having something look epic and feel epic and feel earned. That's what I'm trying to do here. And that's a cool thing about indie comics. Like you can do whatever you can. If you are the artist, you're putting some time, and you're kind of investing your time to make it look cooler and to tell the story. However you have picture in your mind, So yeah.
I was looking at the be a character inside the book. Now,
Oh yeah.
normally, I have a large amount of hubris, and my ego is super inflated. So I believe I should be in everyone's book. In fact, I will self-inject myself into stories. I'll figure out a way. Just look at Dinosaur Man. That's Eric. I've Eric Houghton. I've figured out a way to swindle to get myself in there. I swindled till I got myself in that book. And not just that, I made myself a primary character. I'm trying to get bigger than Dinosaur Man. And once I do that, I'll charge for my likeness. But this year, I'm gonna stay in lead. This year, you can get yourself drawn into the book. Now, did people take you up on that? Was there a lot of?
Yeah, well, I have three backers already. There's only 5 spots, but this is gonna be people were asking for it, so I think I have another backer. He said that he was going to get a check today and then back this. This is the most expensive tier, and you're pretty much get inserted into the comic like as an actual character. I've seen a lot of perks like people just making a cameo, like they're in a crowd shot or something. Yeah. And I mean that's cool, but on this story I want to take it to the next level, and you're gonna be an actual character with actual weight of the story, with actual lines and interaction with the main characters and stuff. And not just for this comic, it's gonna be a recurring appearances, and these guys are gonna be kind of the guys who in my story, there's Eldritch God kind of wreaking havoc around the universe, and there's a set of 20. If you like Warhammer 40K, there's 20 super soldiers, kind of called the Abyssal Hunter Society. They are these god killers. They hunt the gods, and the only ones who have kind of this direct line to talk with this the Abyssal Hunter Society are these guys from the Coalition, and all the people who back at this tier, at the Coalition Lumina tier, they're gonna be kind of like the Coalition who they gather together and they see what happens around the universe and who needs help, and all that kind of good stuff. So they're gonna have the direct line to the god killers, and they're gonna be kind of recurring. They're gonna be the first 5 are gonna be in some sector of the universe, and whenever I do book 2, there's gonna be another coalition, and so you can get another 5 people, and they will interact, and they will eventually they will try to hunt down the main character Mia, because she has an Eldritch God inside of her. So it's gonna be fun, and so you want to be inside this book until it finishes. You can back this now.
Well, I wanted to touch on something that you said earlier, as far as because of the animation and how many storyboards and things like that, and fight scenes and how boring they are. Now, this is already 80 pages. How many pages did it start off with before somebody said, cut it?
I don't know. Lumina is kind of my own personal project, so it started at 80 pages. But right now it's 160, so it's doubled. Yeah, but I have when I worked on with first second books, I did a book called Trucus Maximus. It already sold out. I was selling it on this campaign, but it already sold out. But we had like I was working with Scott Peterson. He did some. He's an editor from DC. He wrote some of my favorite Batman books. He wrote Cassandra Cain, Batgirl on No Man's Land. So I was a really big fan of him. So it was great working with him. So working with Scott, we have like we have no page count on our Trucus Maximus book. So it's all about races and family and stuff. So I kind of got a little bit excited about the races. So we were initially we were going to do like 120-page book, and it ended up on 280. So it made a big jump. And actually, we had to cut like 20 pages because I want to have a 300-page book. But yeah, the editor, the publisher said like, no, 280 is our max page count. So, and we're not gonna pay you more for this. So, yeah.
Yeah, I remember when we were looking at again, we were looking at 8-Bit Story, and then you launched this, and then like this blew up. I mean, you got some recognition for it. Now I had heard, correct me if I'm wrong, but was it that you signed up? Did you sign a publishing agreement with this book, or is that something we can talk about? Or
oh yeah, no, I haven't still signed anything, but there's a cool publisher who wants to have the floppies for this one. They make kind of I think it's called Behemoth Press. Behemoth Press. I'm just start talking with them, but they bring European comics. Then they translate it into the US, and they have this line of really stylized art. Like they don't have like any kind of Western Marvel DC styles. Like they have these really wacky styles. So they bring. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Lumina Vhox. It's from France. They had an animated movie, pretty cool, pretty awesome, and they brought that to the US. I think it already sold out twice. But instead of bringing these prestige format books like on this campaign, they are doing floppies. So they're going with 20 pages, 30 pages, and I was looking into it like. My backers are first. The thing I told them, it's like, my backers are first. So they will get the premium. If you get this campaign, you will get the premium. And, maybe when I'm going into volume 2, I'm going to start, I can think of about selling the floppies because I want all the backers to have everything first. And, once it's sold out and everything, to respect the backer, yeah, then we can go with the floppies. But we are talking about it right now. He has Big Rich. I actually like 90% of the stuff that Behemoth Comics is putting out. So I'm pretty happy to be working with them, and being an indie and getting into comic book stores, that's pretty cool. Like even if it's floppies, maybe some people will grab it, go to their local comic book shop and see Lumina Vhox, and maybe see like, oh, this guy is let's Google this guy out. So okay, he has an Indiegogo right now. He has other IP. So maybe they become a backer. Maybe they become they subscribe to my YouTube channel or my Twitch or something. So but it's kind of cool. So I'm looking into it, but it will be for the far future for now.
Meredith and Nita and I, we were having a discussion, and we've had several discussions about taking care of the backers first, and I'm glad that is a priority for most of the good crowdfunders. I own a distribution company, and I just got to talking to someone who's bringing their trade over to Liberty, and they're going to be taking that trade and they're going to be making it into floppies. And they said, well, I would, I'd love to give you the second issue now, or the second or third issue now, but my backers haven't got it yet.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, by all means, wait until your backers get it. You don't want to have a situation like it's currently going on. I won't say any names, but where I can go to the big box store and pick up issue. I was able to go to pick up issue number 3 at the big box store, while the people who funded that major book, that the bigger book, were still waiting on that, and it hadn't come in the mail. So it's weird because you're thinking, I got this in my hand, so I know the art's done, at least up to chapter 3.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on? So
I know that's a mess. That's a complete mess. Like you have to respect your backers. Like they are they are the ones that makes everything possible. So you have to give them the premium, or at least be honest with them. Like I want to be as transparent as I can with this campaign. Because I've seen other people like getting their products out before the backers, before the backers in big stores and stuff. So I think that's disrespectful. Like and it's I believe it has a cheaper price point on the big bookstore. So they pay like $25 to get it first, to get the premium and stuff, and they have to wait up until there's 2 or 3 issues out there. Like that sucks, man. Like you have to honor the backers. You have to always see from their for their first they are the first adopters, and trying to being on this campaign and just getting myself out there. I know how hard it's to get just one backer. Like it's you are sweating. You're sweating blood for everyone. You're trying to make them trust you, trust your project, and it's a slow grind. So I kind of respect all of my backers. Like there was in the middle of the campaign, everything slowed down, right? So I was super grateful that I have a backer a day, and I was incredibly I was. I don't know. I was in awe that people were believing in my project. So I want to try to at least do this first, like deliver to them first, and then I can see everything else. Like once I deliver the campaign, okay, it's out, and then I want to say to my backers, okay, so we already closed this campaign. So now. Do you guys think that it will be a great idea if we sell floppies and stuff? Try to get to a wider audience, and most people are cool with it. Like most people want you to be successful, to reach to more people. So there's no point in going behind their backs.
Yeah, the thing that I think upsets backers is when you do that and you're a little disingenuous about it. So like I remember getting upset when I backed the campaign. Had that 30 days, and then they did 30 days, and they extended for 30 days. At the end of that, and I said, "Wait a minute, it's another 30 days. I could have waited." And and I think Nita, you were on when I talked to Lola about it. Said you should do something. I told her she should do something special for the people who went in the first 60 days.
Yeah,
and
the initial backers.
Yeah. Do something special for them because they were there for the first 60 days of her campaign. And then after that, that 60 days, then the Prince tries to jump to Kickstarter. It's like, why are you doing this? You could have ran the campaigns together. You could have ran them on one on Kickstarter, one. I know that can get confusing, but it's worth a try. And Meredith, me and you have talked in the past about these progress bars here. Long time ago. It was like probably last year. And you and I both said we really liked them and wish they would be used more.
Oh, yeah.
Now, his is a little bit more graphical than others. But you still feel that way? Yeah.
It's not fully updated.
Do you still feel that way? You still like seeing progress bars, or?
I do like seeing progress bars because here's the thing. If you know that the book is done, there's a lot more buyer confidence in that. And especially, like I'm looking at Indiegogo and I see that that Jose's got one campaign under his belt on this platform. It's like, huh. I think that can tend to sow the seeds of doubt in people's minds. It's like, well, are we ever going to see this book? How often is this progress bar updated and things like that? So it can put in doubt, which from a marketing, perspective, you don't want that. That's not a good thing. But but then they have to look deeper. It's like, okay, what are his credentials? Where is he coming from? Has what is his artwork and stuff like that?
And if you read this campaign, you won't doubt it. So
right, but again, there are a lot of people who are really lazy, and they won't look. They won't look deeper than that, and they go, "Oh, well, I don't know," and maybe they'll hold back their support. So you don't. It's kind of a fine line. Now, I know for my own perspective, I have a crowdfund that I have not fulfilled yet, and I feel like crap about it, and it's just life is happening and stuff like that. And had I had this progress bar, I don't know. I mean, I would probably put some undue stress on myself, but at the same time, it's just like, because I'm a visual person, and that to me means, all right, like serious deadline. You gotta hit it. You gotta hit it. You gotta hit it. And it speaks to really staying in touch with your backers as well, letting them know, hey, there's stuff that's going on. It's coming. I didn't forget about you. I didn't just take the money and run. And I don't feel like that in this campaign at all. I do still like the progress bar. Mita, what about you? Do you like the progress bar?
I appreciate it, especially in this campaign. Had I seen this on someone that did not have the same credentials Jose here has, I might would have been like, but once I read through the freaking campaign, I didn't care about the progress. It's like, I want to own this fucking book.
Yeah.
So, my bad, Varian. Oh, wait, no. Okay, with DMA, what?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I was excited to back it, and I'm looking forward to receiving it. So,
I was talking to Lola about putting the progress bar on hers, and I thought, the only problem is now, you have to constantly go in there and edit it. But as long as it's a fluid bar that you can go in and change in Photoshop and add to it, it should be fine. Aspen does a really good job of doing the progress bar where their stuff is at. But I like that. I like his. And again, of course, his, just like the rest of the comic, very very clear. Hasn't begun the lettering on it yet. Jose, there's still time to make this a silent comic as well. There's still time.
Yep.
There's your Twitch information. Let's go up and take a look though, because so for $15,365. Let's see here. I was like more than that now.
273 backers.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot.
No problem. 15,400. That's a little man. I have a horrible John Malcolm. It's like, Jose, that's crazy. That's good. I mean, you're 270 backers, like Nita said.
On my first campaign.
Yeah, you'll be sending out books forever, man. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot, man. And as for the progress bar, I'm guilty of not having updated. But if you hit the update tab, every 2 weeks or so, I try to put something, some new art. So you will see most of my what I'm working because I want to keep the trust with my backers. So I'm telling people like, yes, I am drawing the book. I still we just reached the 15K stretch goal, which was hire a flatter, so he can help me. He or she can help me finish colors faster. So now that we have reached this, I can start sending some of my pages to people so they can start adding some base colors, and then I just go in, make some changes, and I just add the shadows and the lights and stuff. So that will make my life so much easier, because I was doing the campaign all by myself, like the video, like managing the campaign, going into streams and everything. So I actually said in my here on my on my updates that I had to go back and take a day job again because I had some family problems and stuff. Life gets in the way, and I'm working on 3 other books, and right now I need as much. I want to make as much buffer of savings so I can do this full time in August. But up until that day, I will be drawing at least a page a day, and I'm showing everything that I've been doing. Well, not everything, just like maybe 3-4 pages. So you know that I am actually working on it, and I'm giving some progress on my other projects. Like if you go a little down on this project, I showed my other book coming soon. It's called Tiger Blue. That's a work for hire. I really like how that book's coming on. It's a battle, kind of like a battle battle manga comic, and I'm showing some pages like I'm doing this, but I'm doing this, and I'm doing these comics because right now I'm saving until my contract is due with my day job. So once my contract is due, I want to make as much money as I can, so I can go full time doing everything and get the project as fast as possible. I'm not wandering around. I'm not going around taking like every job that because there's a problem with artists. Like artists tend to overcommit. Like you cannot say no with when someone's offering you a job or something. So I'm pretty close to finishing 3 books, and I want my plate completely clear before going. I want to have everything clear, so I have a clear path to making this my top number 1 priority. Like not having to deal with changes at the day job or like a freelance or something. Like no, I actually want to sit down and put all the hours.
You said you had to go take a day job. See, most people say they go take a day job. They meant they had to go work at Walmart as a greeter, or they had to go work at Dairy Queen. What he means, he had to go get work in the animation industry, more than likely. Look,
yep.
just tell Kevin Smith and Netflix, let you out the Masters of the Universe contract. Just tell them let you out the contract. Tell them you got work to do. I'm putting it out there. I'm telling everybody. You're on Indie Vote. Everybody has to know. He's done the designs for Masters of the Universe. Everyone, no, I'm just joking. That or I mean, is it Now I got a question. I know you've been talking.
Mm-hmm.
Hold up, bullshit. What is I know you've talked to him. Is there any just yes or no? Is there any frog art coming up in your future?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Any frog art coming up in your future?
Oh yeah, there's a book, a frog book coming out in the future. So
okay, I just want to know. We can leave it at that. I just want to know if you had any. okay, all right. That's what I thought.
The art is gonna be so cool for that, man. Like I have this. It's kind of a different style. It's black and white with reds, and I can go crazy with it. Like with this campaign is pretty much like animated style, so that's cool. But I have some more serious styles, like you're seeing right now, like Tiger Blue, and it's kind of more like this more anatomic style. It's still stylish, but it has this different kind of inking style to it. You're
not coloring this, are you? Is it gonna be black and white?
It's black and white. It's gonna be pure black and white. That's what I'm. Why I'm.
I love that.
Yeah, I love that it's gonna stay black and white because there's so much fine detail. The color would take it away.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, and I really love working with values. With grays, with the grays, and with light and dark stuff. So this is really fun to do, and it's super easy because it takes way less time than doing some colored stuff. So I can appreciate that. And the Cyberfrog stuff, it's gonna be more, way more detailed. The frog book is gonna be way more detailed. I'm gonna go wild with that. Most of it because sometimes when you're freelancing, when you're a freelance artist, you pretty much need to you have a budget, and you have to make meets ends. So sometimes the quality depends on how much they're paying you, and sometimes you want to go overboard, but your budget doesn't allow it. So working on the prog book, I don't think that budget will be a problem. So that buys me more time to do more cool stuff. Like I'm these pages, these Tiger Blue pages, I usually do like I work on parts like I work on stages, kind of like one day I grab like 4 to 5 pages and I just sketch them and ink them. But not the full rendering. Like I just do kind of like an animation outline, kind of inking. Like you won't see any of that crosshatch on the first day, because I like to. If I sit down and ink one day, I'm just gonna ink. Like I'm just gonna do the outlines and stuff. And the next day, I'm just gonna gravitate towards making the rendering on making the shadows, and the next day I will just grab the whole day to add the screen tones, the grayscale. So I'm pretty much I've been doing like pretty much 4 pages kind of a day, and then I don't know, on Sundays, Saturdays I will render it and color it, and add some grayscale. But with the frog book, it's gonna be more like I will take a complete day instead of doing like just 4 pages a day, like very quickly. I will take my time to actually make some to push my limits as an artist, and that wouldn't be possible if the budget wasn't there.
I looked at it. I seen a quote, and I was telling everybody about it on Indie Vote Livewire, and they were talking the difference between manga and comic art. And the guy said, he says, American comics are a lot like prose novels. They're meant to be read. The action is very linear. He says manga is meant to be looked at.
Yes.
And you can see it in the way, if you translate it, the balloons, like there's less words. And I thought about them, like, he's got a point. But I'm looking at this art.
You can see the movement.
Yeah. I want to stare at this page. Like I'm still seeing new things pop out.
Right.
Yeah. This is this Tiger Blue is I'm excited for this project. Now, when are we gonna see this?
In a couple of months. It's gonna be awesome. It's only 52 pages, so next week I'm gonna be halfway done with this project. So I'm pretty much doing around 10 pages of this. I have my day job, then I go work on some Tiger Blue, and then I at nights I get to do my daily page of Lumina Vhox. So for every 2 pages I do for Tiger Blue, I kind of do one for Lumina. So it's gonna be out before I finish Lumina, but it will help me to get that buffer so I can work full time. And once I get full time into Lumina Vhox, like it's gonna come out super quick, So but yeah, I have like thanks. I'm actually just adding some flats right now as we speak. This is gonna be a poster. I want to add it to the campaign.
Nice.
I'm gonna add another poster. I'm gonna do an update once the campaign closes. But yesterday at Michael Bancroft, I showed it's kind of a meme on the YouTube community. A character doesn't have a campaign or something, but it's kind of a meme campaign. It's called AR-15 Orangutan. So it's a campaign that doesn't exist, but people are making fun art of it and stuff because the chat just keep bringing AR-15 Orangutan and trolling people like, haven't you back AR-15 Orangutan? And that doesn't exist, but the chat keeps hyping it up. And I decided to go and make a piece for AR-15 Orangutan for the chat, and they love it. And it's gonna be a print for Lumina Vhox. It's gonna be kind of like this little inside joke, but you will get a incredible piece, incredible poster with it. with this campaign, and you will actually once I get finish this poster, it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be big. I'm gonna put them both together, and maybe put it as an add-on or as another perk. I'm just I'm trying to figure that out, but it's gonna be awesome. You're mute, man.
I am muted. I was like, you mark my words. Before Christmas, there will be an AR-15 orangutan comic. Mark my words. I'm telling you. Before Christmas, you mark my words. Someone's gonna decide. You know what? Let's do it. And I'm looking at this artwork too. How long did this piece here take you?
That took. That's kind of like if I was doing like a page and a half. So I remember that day I finished 3 pieces. So this is one of them on inks. This is kind of my comfort zone. Like I really like to add a lot of detail. Mm-hmm. So it's weird with my timing because I usually when I start drawing, like the very first piece I do on the day, and I work every day, Mondays, Sundays. I usually wake up at maybe 8 to 9 a.m. So it takes me like 4 hours to sit down and draw. Like I'm responding to emails and having breakfast with my girlfriend. Spending some time with my cats, and it takes me some time to just sit down and start working. But my very first piece, it actually takes me the longest. Like just to have this to gain up some speed. So my first piece usually takes me like 4 or 5 hours, but after that, after I finish my first piece, I can do a piece like this in maybe 3 hours. But I need to be like super concentrated, like not having. I usually I don't really listen to music anymore. I only listen to YouTube, but I have to have everything turned off, and then I just finish my second piece, and after that I get to turn on YouTube and stuff and catch up with my queue of my videos, and then I start producing piece after piece after piece, and but yeah, this one I remember it took like maybe 3.5 hours. I usually pick if I'm my daily work, I usually have like complex pieces and simple pieces. So what I do is that every day, every week, I try to mix it up. Like I'm gonna do a really complex piece, but I'm gonna compensate the time making 2 simple pieces. Like every day I have to make 3 or 4 pieces, 3 or 4 pages. And sometimes if I get super late, if I get delayed by anything, there's times that I get to put like the simpler pieces in one day. Like I can do like 3 pieces in one day, and then the remaining time I will start advancing of some of the complex pieces. So that's the way I work.
Not I. I'm lucky at this point if I can do a panel a day. Now, I will tell you this: it will be a very nice panel.
Yes,
very nice panel. But now a page a day is like a page, a whole page. Yeah, if I can draw beach balls everywhere, like
I get you, man.
Yeah, it's I'll do some of those elementary school suns where you just do a half circle in the corner of the page. The sun is out today. It's shiny. It's I find all type of art cheats. Now this is all digital, correct?
Yeah. I've been working digitally for I don't know, maybe 12 years now. 12, 13 years, maybe 14 years. Almost all of my professional career has been digital. Like yeah.
I'm going to use my Negrodamus abilities here, and I'm going to read Nita's mind. Hold on 1 second. There she is. Nita wants to know why and how does what can she do to get some original
Oh, yeah.
Because
There's
Nita collects so much original art, it's ridiculous.
I'm
And
an
I know she's
original
thinking-
hoe.
Yeah.
She's at the point where, well, it's illegal to sell the children, so she might have to start looking at selling a kidney or something for the original art.
Oh, that's awesome. I actually have an add-on for this campaign. I'm doing some sketch cards. They are pretty big. They're bigger than the regular sketch card. I believe it's 6 by 6 inches. So it's pretty big, and it's only like $25. I'm doing some original art, and this is rare because I haven't done anything on traditional ink and paper for like 14 years. So these are kind of special, and you can get a commission sketch card for $50 US. It's you can send me kind of your character of some references, so I can draw whatever you like. So I'm doing that. I did sold an original art page. It was done just for the campaign. It was exclusively done for the campaign. So I had, the hands pages. The first page you saw where there's Mia, looking at the Eldritch God. I kind of printed that. I used my light box and try to remember how to use a pencil and some microns and stuff, some inks. So I actually did redraw it, re-ink it. So that was fun. And I might do another 2 because I printed other 2 pages, and they are, 11 by 9 inches. So they're pretty big. So I'm gonna do maybe another 2, and that's it, because it's already the work's already done digitally, and this project wasn't meant for being traditional. It's kind of like for the people who want original art. It's gonna be just for them, but if you want something smaller, you can check out the sketch cards, and I believe there's gonna be an underground auction in the Red Valkyrie stream. I'm gonna try to hop into that, and I have some of my previous original pages before I went full digital, and I'm gonna try to sell some of those. Back when I was great at inking on pen and paper.
Still going up, by the way. Still going up. Still going up. 436 now.
Woo! Thanks a lot, guys.
275, bro.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And this campaign, you have 12 hours left. I mean, if you've been waiting to get Lumina Vhox, you don't have much time left. 12 hours left to get in on this. You see the goals. You see the stretch goals. They're falling, left and right. I say we get this man to an even 300 worth of books he has to send out. I think there's a decent price break at 300. And this is it's 80 pages, so I mean, you're gonna get your money's worth. There are people, and don't get me wrong, all these indie books are done. 95% of them are done with passion.
Yeah.
There's 5% of them out there that are money grabs, but we're not talking about those. But there are a lot of them are done with passion, or they have passion behind them. Passionate people on the teams who really want these books to do well. 20. You're asking, was it $25? Is it for the just the book itself with 80 pages of content? 80 pages of beautiful content.
It's gonna be more. It's gonna be 140 pages right now.
Yeah.
We hit a stretch goal, so we can add more pages.
Yeah.
So yeah, you will get more.
I mean, he's you soon. If you're not careful, you're gonna be at a Gemini mailer category. You're gonna. I've been reminding everybody too. Speaking of which, if you are doing a campaign yourself and you are looking to, you're gonna have to ship those books somehow, and you want to keep that level of professional courtesy and customer service up for your backers. Nothing says to them that you care more than shipping and a Gemini mailer. That's why Gemini Mailer is a sponsor of iNDIE Vhox, and they have given a special code.
Oh, awesome.
Thank you, Meredith, for making the graphic. The Gemini mailers, that you can get 10% off if you use code VOLT10, VOLT10, coupon code VOLT, VOLT10, over at the Gemini Comic Supply website, and you can get 10% off. And Jose, you feel free to use that too. When you're ordering Gemini mailers, save yourself some money on them. Hey, it's money you save. That's money that you're going to be able to put toward.
Every penny counts.
Yeah,
every penny counts.
I need to jump into
that. Whatever you're saving on one thing, you could always use towards another in the creative process. Yeah.
Yeah. Lola's getting ready to order her Gemini mailer soon, and she's using the code. So, she's we got Gemini mailers here, but she doesn't want to dip into our personal last call comics stash. So I get it. I understand. And people have gotten fancy, and they've gotten printed Gemini mailers with their own logo on. I'm like, whoa, it costs a pretty penny. I think you have to have more than 10,000 done, but I've seen it done, and I thought that was pretty dang fancy. Yeah,
and I'm all about the branded tape.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. There. Oh, look at you.
Look at you, Ball and V.
Yeah,
that's fancy.
There's a couple more where these came from.
Is that the lick and stick tape, or
this? Yeah, you have to wet this down for sponge. Yeah, I wish it was licking. Oh yeah, yeah.
It's spreading his DNA all over the place.
Yeah, that's how they get you. Yeah. Where were you at? I swear I wasn't here. I got to tell you guys, I'm shipping packages out, and you guys know we did a fundraiser here on iNDIE Vhox to help the kids in Cameroon get art supplies. And as I'm shipping and putting this up together, I noticed that some of my hair had fallen off and gotten on one of the items. So I got out there, and I feverishly fished it out the box. And I said, the last thing I need is my DNA to go across the world. Okay? End up in a crime scene somewhere. And I'm like, it wasn't. And then, it comes to bite me in the butt, 15, 20 years later. And if you don't think it can happen, there's a person, I won't tell you who, but got in a lot of trouble, and it wasn't even, I don't think it was even his DNA, and I'm not going to say his name, but it rhymes with Handy Himmerman, and reach out to him about his police story, and he'll tell you.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. If he's listening, he's going to like, you son of a...
I have to know.
Oh, we will be asked.
Yeah. Ask him how he got in trouble. But yeah, back to Lumina Vhox. Again, a very pretty book. Drawn, the artwork's phenomenal. The colors pop, and by the way, and you've done that with your other book. You did that with 8-Bit Story. You did the colors; they just popped. Is that something it's like part of your style, or that you look at and you try to do when you're creating something? I'm gonna pull up 8-Bit Story over here.
Yeah, man, for sure. Yeah, it's actually working with my own color and stuff. It's mostly because I don't have, when I was doing 8-bit, I didn't have the budget to hire anyone to do colors, so I had to do it all myself. So that kind of become a trend. Like I was paying my mortgage and stuff when I was working on the mainstream and stuff. So I already done that. I already paid that. But when you are doing the colors yourself, you get a second payment, so a second check. So that's.
I'm sorry. There was a green screen. There was I don't know if you guys noticed that in the green screen. individual popped in and shook his finger at the camera and was I don't know if you guys know that. Well, you guys can see it on screen watching this, but off screen it was funny. I'm gonna pull up this here and let
Well,
you guys.
one of the things while you're pulling that up is one of the things that I appreciate that artists can do, like really talented artists, is find that simple line. But then the further you look into it, you see all the finer details. It really draws you in, and I see that in several of these panels that you've shared for Lumina Vhox. It's quite impressive because you see that overall view where, you know, like off in the distance you can see it and you're, oh, what is that? And the closer you get, the more detail you see, and I appreciate that so much.
There's this my 8-bit story starts off with a single tone, but when she gets in the game world, it like explodes. It's a color explosion. If she is like, you see, she's like, it's got this pink tone, and then she enters the game world.
Boom.
It's like that Wizard of Oz moment.
Yeah.
I actually still have these first pages done on traditional art. So I will be selling the dinosaurs, the ones with the dinosaurs on the underground auction. I have like the first 10 pages of this done in traditional, and then I jump. I believe like maybe on page 20 or so, I jump into digital, fully digital. But yeah, there's some original art of this.
Yeah, this is again, and there's no words in my 8-bit story. No words.
I don't think you need it.
No. You just follow her, and that's the panel that I used for the I think Eric used it for I think Eric did it for the my 8-bit story special we did on it came from Webtoon.
Yeah.
It's just again though he does such good work with colors, brings into the story, and I like this character here. I don't know if the characters from Lumina Vhox will be able to replace her. Maybe they will. Who knows? Or they have to meet up at some point. Are there any cameos in there? Any Easter eggs we should be looking for in Lumina Vhox?
I'm planning to do some, but it's gonna be on later volumes. Like, I want to make some. Like the cool stuff about Lumina Vhox is that it happens in space and she travels through worlds. So eventually she's gonna find like some other people, like, but they're just gonna be on the background, but sharing the same universe. So that'll be fun.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Jose, didn't you do another book? For character that had to enter a dream world. Was that your book, or is that you did the art for it? I'm trying to think.
No, I don't think that's mine.
Yeah, I get projects crossed up all the time.
Yeah, man, that happens all the time to me. Yeah, I get you.
It's by the way, I have that Final Fantasy game. So you can always tell a gamer too, because we will draw video game cartridges and we will not deviate from how they actually look. We refuse, like
the
no
accuracy is everything.
Yeah, like in my comic Catharsis, I have the character has a Super Nintendo.
Nice.
And I remember the color was 6 and I'm like, what is that? I'm like, the colors are off. That's not what a Super Nintendo looks like in that game system. And I went back and I'm like, look, and it's a Super Nintendo. So by this point, the bottom of it should have changed color. It should have oxidized. So it's actually going to be two-tone now. And those buttons need to be purple. The buttons are like this. And we went over until he got it where I was comfortable with it. But yeah, you can always tell a gamer because those little details have to be exactly right, or it's not, or it's because like I can't stand when I see someone using like in a movie or something or a TV show. Mom, we're playing Xbox, and they're clearly using like PlayStation controllers.
Oh yeah, man.
That drives me crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
so cringe.
Now I know that there's possibilities. You could use some modifiers and actually use a PlayStation controller on Xbox or vice versa. Lord help if you want to, but You know, you still it bothers me. It bothers the hell out of me. I don't like it. Stop doing it. But I appreciate that you do it the right way in here. Let's go back over though and look at. So yeah, if you want to check that out though, this is my 8-bit story. It's free over on Webtoon.
Yes.
Free, absolutely free. So if you want to check out Jose's artwork for free, you can. My 8-bit story over on Webtoon, and subscribe to him over there. He still appreciates Webtoon subscriptions, correct?
Yeah. I'm trying to do something. I'm gonna try to do something in the future. I'm working on another project. That's been finished for quite some months, but it's called Ginger and Luna. It's kind of that's kind of like woo, nice. I really want to do some show a longer story, kind of like a manga. And the idea I have, it's like you always want some readers, right?
Mhm.
So I want to make kind of like a weekly. Trying to go kind of like the manga route. You know, they put like 20 pages output or something like a week. So I'm gonna be working on these IPs, but I was thinking that maybe on the future I can start posting them for free on Webtoons. I'm just figuring this idea out. But the thing is, I want to find a way where you can reach more readers, new readers, younger readers. Maybe they don't have the money right now to back your projects, but you know, share the story. As a storyteller, you want your story to be read, to be talked about. So what I want to do on the future with Webtoons and the campaigns is that I want to think of it like maybe like a Patreon. Some Webtoons, some webcomics do this. Like if you go to their Patreon, they have like the newest update. You know, like they have the 4 or 5 weeks in advance updates. And you can see them like every time they are updated. But when you go to, I don't know, Webtoons, they are 5 weeks behind. So you know, there's a premium for those who pay, and either way, you will still get new readers on Webtoons and stuff. I was trying to do that, but kind of more or on a more ambitious scale, like maybe crowdfund the first 3 or 4 books, have enough buffer to, you know, just maybe not post like 20 pages a week, but maybe 10, you know, and you have like maybe 300, 400 pages, and you're already crowdfunding your next project. So there's gonna be the early adopters, the people who make it happen. They will. There's going to be people who are going to say like, oh man, I really like this comic, so I should go to the campaign. There's a catch-up tier, so I can get all the books, so I don't have to wait. And yeah, I'm going to pay the premium, and I'm going to be up to date with the story, while the people that get it for free will be, you know, will be getting the story, but at a slower pace. So I was thinking on that idea. I need to talk with my backers. I need to, you know, get some permission from them, like maybe if it's a cool idea, if it's a really bad idea. But the thing is that I want to grow, you know, the readers, the community. And one thing I would really like to see more, it's people talking about projects, you know, because there is a campaign, and okay, there is a hype, there is a campaign. It's two or 3 months of you know, going on streams and people know about you. But once the book come out, what it always bothers me kind of a little bit, it's that, okay, yeah, the book came out and nobody talks about the story and nobody talks about the characters. And I really want people to you know, to be talking about these characters, and you know, make some speculation of what will happen next on the next issue. What you know, making some, you know, maybe even having some fan art or some stuff that people can make some content about your own work, you know. So that will be awesome. That's what I'm aiming for. And you know, on Webtoons they have a great community, and even if you're not getting you know, the bucks for making your comic, you still have a great community adding some cool comments. And that's the thing I love about Webtoons. Like you post and you have at least like I don't know, 10 comments of people, saying what they like about this, why they didn't like, and they're a great community. So I don't know. I just think I really want a lot more of that.
Yeah, I think that again, I can appreciate you wanting to see the community grow and the industry grow. We so often see the ugly sides of it, and I think
Yeah.
I used to think it was just because we were in media that we saw like the behind the scenes, like don't see how the sausage is made, but it gets worse when you are a creator because I think as a creator though, I had the ability to kind of tuck my head and just do my work and I'm not dealing with any of that stuff. But the minute you start saying, hey, I'm gonna promote this stuff and promote a bunch of other people's stuff, then that's when you truly start seeing how dirty and how just what's the word, Meredith? What am I looking for? Give me a big word.
Don't put me on the spot like that, Varian.
Nita, you got one? Besides fucked up. People can be people can just be fucked up. They can be just effed up. They just and so it's really cool to hear that you want to push other books and that you want to help lift other creators up. Because sometimes that's when they need to be lifted up rather than they're climbing and they need a hand up instead of someone.
But that's the beautiful thing about the communities that we try and build around ourselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you can have a fabulous piece of art. Again, Nita said this earlier. She didn't see this until last night. Had we seen it, we would have been out there going, "Have you seen this?"
Promoting the crap out of this.
Promoting the
yes.
crap out of it.
Yes.
But see, that's the thing. Unless you have a community that's willing to hit the share button on those things, you can have the best piece of art, the best music, the best movie out there. But if nobody knows about it, nobody's going to see it. Nobody's going to buy it.
Well, I mean, we have to also understand that there's a reason why this campaign wasn't shared by a lot of people who would have shared it before because
I see. I got you. Okay.
There's a reason, unfortunately, and we know why that is. We know why people would do that, and it's not Jose's fault. It's just that people are they're cliquish and they're like, no.
That sucks because people are really fucking missing out because this book is phenomenal. That art is awesome.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys know about Rini from Findish. It's a really awesome campaign, and Irene used to draw for Marvel. She draw like Silk, and they always put her in this kind of cartoony, girly comics, and she was her style, like her. If you see the Findish campaign, it's more like gritty, more like Berserk, like demons, action, adventure, and stuff. And they never use their strengths to put them on a comic. So she got kind of tired of it, as far as I know, and she went to do her own stuff on the Finnish campaign. And she was with mainstream stuff, trying to promote. And I last time I heard on her show, like people ask her like, how many of those professionals working on Marvel, people you have worked with, have actually backed your campaign? Like she said, she had some peers, and the final number she came up with was like, only 2 people backed. Like no one put their money, their trust in my project. And once I came to this side of the YouTube comics, I have like double. She doubled her campaign's backers. She was like maybe at 10,000, and just 2 weeks before the campaign ended, she crossed to 21 or 22,000. So that was a big jump, and people are promoting her like crazy on this comics YouTube side, and and she's been talking about her experience, and she's having the time of her life, and she's making friends. I really want to talk with Rini. I want to with Irene. I want to jump to her Wednesday stream, and she's been going around, hanging out on streams, and there's a community that they say they will back you, they will help you, but they don't put their money where their mouth is. And there's this other community where they actually put their money where their mouth is.
Well, look, like the ladies here and myself are probably gonna get some shit once this show is over.
I'm the queen of getting shit. It's cool. It's cool.
Just because it's like, but this is a good book, and you're missing out on it because you won't come out of your shell of these preconceived ideas. Jose is in Mexico City, Mexico.
Yep.
Okay, so I mean, he's
I don't care about politics or anything. I just want to make comics. I want to sell to anyone, but there's some labels that you follow certain kind of people, and then you're blocked, and that's like, what the hell, man? Like, I remember following some writers, some artists, and I really like their stuff. I really think they were cool. I bought all of their stuff, and when I jumped to Twitter and just tried to follow them, I was blocked, and I was like, what the hell, man? Like, I really want to see your work. I want to support you, but now I'm blocked. Like, what the hell? So you fall out of touch, and for me, I just want to make comics. I want to buy from any site as long as the comic is good, as long as I love the art, as long as I love the story. But some people kind of make the distinction. I just want everyone to make great comics and to buy whatever you like. If it's not for you, okay, that's fine. There's thousands, there's hundreds of comics out there. So at the end of the day, we're making comics. We're making funny books. We're trying to communicate stories. So there's no need to get mad about anything. And most of us who are doing comics international, we don't really know a lot about what's going on in the US, and we don't kind of get the full context, and then get thrown into a label. And
always drama.
Like,
maybe I need to move.
What the hell?
We need a comic soap opera.
I wanted to speak on that a little bit, because Indie Vault, Geek Insider, Ragin, these are all platforms that are building their outreach so that we can share out creators. Yep. There's no other agenda beyond that. And eventually, I'm not going to lie, we all want to monetize. We all want to make a living doing the things that we love.
Maybe need shoes.
Right. doing the things that we're good at. So, I mean, for me, it's a tool. It is a marketing thing that you want to take advantage of, because the outreach and the growth and the networking that we're doing is oftentimes a larger voice than you might have by yourself. And so, and just like these platforms, all right, Indiegogo and Kickstarter, they don't have feelings. They don't care. It's a way to make money. And for me, it's bad business if you're leaving money on the table as a creator. As a consumer, you want to look for the best deals. You want to look for those exclusive things, and you want to find the people who are cool, whose art you love, whose creations that you want to support. And it shouldn't matter, because at the end of the day, it's a tool, it's a vehicle to get your work out there. And that's where I stand. I don't have any other agenda except this is what I do. I help promote people, and that's it. And if you want to call me a tool for it, hey, that is what it is. It is what it is. I'm okay with that.
Comics should be fun. Making comics, talking about comics should be fun. That's my stance on it. Like, whenever you get drama, it's like boring. So just let's make this fun for everyone. Enjoy making comics, enjoy buying comics, enjoy talking about comics, and that's it.
Yeah.
You about to say something, Nita? I'm sorry.
No, that was it. It's just like, now you feel like you got to add, I don't judge people based on race, religion, creed, platform.
I don't have any disclaimers like that. I'm just like, hey,
I don't have time to type up my disclaimer. Just
isn't that something like we used to be able to say? I don't. You used to be able to say I don't judge people by race, color, religion, creed. But now we got to say funding platform, like you said.
Platform.
Yeah.
Yeah. My disclaimer is TVMA, DLSV, whatever. Thank you, Carl.
And I have my own fucking opinion.
Right, there you go.
I will always judge you by the games you play. Like if you're into Elden Ring, we can be friends. If you're into Dark Souls and stuff, we can hang out.
Sweet, dude.
Yeah. I agree. I judge people by their taste in superhero comics. It's like if someone says if someone in the worse their opinion, the better. Like if someone comes to me and they're like, I hate Batman. I'm like, even though I like Batman, I'm like, really? You should be fun to hang around with. You'll be cool. You'll be cool to pal around with. You hate Batman? Tell me more. And and it's even better when they hate a hero that you hate. You're like, yes,
yeah,
he is weak sauce, isn't he? I remember I knew I had made a friend when he said, guy picked up a book. He says, "Oh man, fucking pussification of Wolverines has been horrible." And I'm like, yes, someone said it besides me. I didn't use the word pussification. I said Disneyfication, even before they were owned by Disney. But I didn't think of pussification. That was kind of messed up. Again, and just 15502. Again, you're probably gonna. I think you're gonna probably hit 16 by midday. What's midday already here?
Hopefully. I'm going to stay on demand for a while. I'm going to take my time to produce this comic. As I told you before, I'm going to be maybe the date I was aiming was for October, but that was for the 80-page book. But now it's going to be double. So you can expect this book by Christmas, by December. But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be double the page count, and I'm gonna stay in demand for the duration of the production. So I'm gonna stay for maybe 2 or 3 months, 4 at most. But I will be giving you all of the updates, what's happening, like what other projects I'm working on, and you will see everything. And if you go to my Twitch channel, Jose Garcia Artworks, you can hang out with me. We can talk about. We usually talk about video games. Most of my audience really like the Persona games. I'm a huge fan of the Persona games. We usually talk about that, and you can see me drawing. And I'm gonna go back to. It's kind of a relief that it's ending because campaigning can be exhausting, can be hard. But once the campaign is finished, I will still be shilling it, but less and less. But I will be going into making my own streams, and I actually teach people how to draw stuff. I was a teacher. I did some teaching on DreamWorks for 3 years. For the freelance artists, I kind of put them. There were some really cool artists, young artists that got their portfolio checked, and when we said like, oh, this is an extremely talented person, but he lacks, I don't know, maybe perspective, maybe some shots. I was the one who was kind of like putting them up to production, professional production kind of level. So that was fun. So I got a lot of experience teaching. So I'm gonna go back and do my tips on Mondays starting next week. So I'm gonna try to make some polls on Twitter or something, or my social media, and trying to ask people, what do you want to learn this week, and do a live stream about it, show how I do it, how it can be done. So if you're a creator, you can or if you are interested in in the know-hows of how to draw, you can actually go and watch some of those streams, learn something. And on my usual streams, I'm just gonna be working on Lumina, so you can ask stuff and see the process and see it made it on real time.
And because you're a guy, you won't be harassed that bad on Twitch. It'll be fun.
I need some cleavage, so I can pump up the views.
I can loan the Indie Princess out if you need. I can loan the Indie Princess out. She'll come and she'll just sit there while you draw. She'll answer questions. She has a tip jar. Actually, it feels quite frequently. I get a little mad about that.
Stop hoeing out your wife, man.
I can't
my
stop.
friend.
I don't know.
can't
Nita,
stop
I'm getting ready
pimping
to
my
do that to
friend.
you, maybe.
Yeah.
You see my
Did you see the look
OnlyFans
on her
pictures?
face? Put her on the big screen.
No, don't do it.
I think that it will be it'd be pretty cool to I gotta go subscribe to your Twitch. I'm not subscribed, so I will do that. And also I seen something else here that I want to bring a little bit of attention to. Again, you can get 8-bit story printed too.
Yes.
It is a tier $40 for both. So you get Lumina Vhox and 8-bit story. $40, not including shipping. And that was shipping worldwide. Listen, Indie Vote Radio listeners, we can make Jose very sorry that he offered worldwide shipping. Okay, we can make we listen. We can put him into something I like to call receivership. Okay, insolvency over offering worldwide shipping on this book, and he'll be happy to do it because he'll be shipping his book out. So he'll realize his profit is dwindling, but that's fine.
That's a nice problem to have, man. I know that shipping to the UK it's like really expensive, but that's what I'm doing all the commission cards, the sketch cards, so I can compensate the shipping for those. I believe that the UK it's the most expensive for me. Even Australia, it's kind of it says sending here from Mexico is as cheap as sending to the US. So there's not much problem there. But in the UK, I think they have the it's a new thing. I believe that the VAT tax. So it's a little bit higher, but I don't mind as long as people are reading the books and telling us what they like, and if they want to see more, I can take a hit for them. I don't mind as long as the backers are happy.
I can appreciate hearing that. That's because so many people are like, no, not shipping worldwide, and I understand why, because the shipping is expensive. I was talking to someone, they had to send a book to Australia, and it ended up being, the book was $25, but the shipping to Australia ended up being like close to 50.
That was J.D. Calderon.
Yeah, J.D. Calderon. Yeah, J.D. Calderon and Eric had the same situation with his Piper book. They had to send it out, and the shipping was basically damn near 3 books worth of, that's insane. It sometimes would be cheaper just to print it. And now Eric doesn't know if his prints. He's found a printing company in that state or that country, normally that country, and he'll say, hey, can I send you guys the measurements and all that stuff? You print it out and put it in a nice mailer and get to this person, because I can do it, but it's going to cost a lot of money. I'd rather just, and you don't make a lot of money on it then, but at least that person gets it quicker, and you don't have to do all the custom paperwork and all that stuff. Oh, it gets horrible. Now this will be coming from. Do you have someone over in the States to ship this, Jose, or is this going to be?
Well, I have someone, but in order for it to work, I need at least like 320 or 350 backers.
Let's go. Let's get that number up. Let's go.
Yeah. So my original plan was driving all the way to Texas myself and start shipping them, but my visa kind of expired. So I'm on the process of renewing that. So I kind of forgot I had the 10 years visa. So a couple of months. I thought that I still have it until November or something, but I just checked, and it expired a couple of months ago. And with the beer bug and stuff, we are not. The embassy isn't really taking much renewals of visas. So I have a ticket. I am waiting for me to get my appointment, but I was going to drive up to Texas and just I have some family on Texas, so they were going to help me shipping out domestically, but as of right now, stuff happened, and the drive to Texas and the crossing and all of that, it takes money. It takes some money to get there. Some renting a U-Haul. It takes me like you have to pay like every time you leave a state here in Mexico on the highway. You have to pay kind of like a fee to enter out in an out of state. So it gets kind of expensive. So what I'm trying to do, if we get to 350 backers, I can send everything for kind of a lower price that it will take me to go personally myself to my family or to another friend on California. So they will ship them domestically. But if we don't reach the 350, I'm gonna send from Mexico, and it kind of evens out. It's kind of a little bit more expensive to me, but it evens out. So I can send it. I can send everything from here. I've been talking with them about since I'm going to be sending lots of stuff. They kind of offer a membership, like they give you a really good discount. So I'm looking into that. So it's gonna be fun. I don't know. People hate shipping. I think it's fun. I really like to put all the packaging together, make it look pretty, like a presentation. It's important for me. Like I really like the Gemini mailer, the custom Gemini mailers, and the custom tape. That whenever you got that in your mail, that's really exciting. I really love that. I really love the
like
feeling.
Christmas.
Yeah, it's like Christmas, like early Christmas.
My wife has given up when Christmas. I do staging and basically planograms for my son. It started with me when I was a kid. My parents didn't wrap my gifts; they just put them all out on Christmas. So, but they would display them. So I would come out like, oh, look at this, look, I got this, I got that. So we did it for Christmas for my son, and it was something I enjoy doing. So the wife has given up. She's like, you know what? Here's the bag. Go ahead.
That's nice.
Yeah. So when you mentioned,
I'm just lazy.
Yeah.
Like I'm not trying to win any parenting awards. Like,
yeah.
You can tear that shit up and make a mess anyway.
Such a tease as a kid.
The damn bag. It's like, hold on a second, let me get the receipt out.
Yeah, there you go. Mary Target.
That's pretty funny though. I think
I remember my parents used to put on Christmas when I was a kid the new toys, but they were all the way up on the bookshelf where I could never reach it. So it was really like teasing and sometimes frustrating because me and my brother tried to get our early Christmas presents, and we tried to just climb the bookshelves and stuff, and we never got all the way up. There was no hazard of the bookshelf dropping on us because it was kind of nailed down to the apartment for some reason. But it was I remember that fondly, and that's awesome. Like seeing all that as a kid must be such a tease.
Yeah, I think that's actually though, like as I've gotten older, when the presentation of when you send something in the mail, I'll make sure that the package is right and that the tape is good and not gonna pill up, and that you look for that type of stuff, and I'm happy to see it when I get a package that way.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because when it's not packaged that way, you really notice.
Yes.
And then you're like, oh, then you're snapping pictures of your package going, look what I got in the mail, So I it's really important
I'd be high class
careful.
I seen we've had people come on the show and we've talked about that. Like, so how you shipping them? And you're like, you can get Gemini mailers. Like, Gemini mailers, yep, all the way. And I'm gonna get Gemini mailers. And you're like, okay, cool. And then
The
you
red,
find
white, and
out,
blue USPS envelope arrives with no backer board, fold it in half in the mailbox.
yes, and you're like, you sat there and told everybody that you were doing Gemini mailers, sir. This is not Gemini mailers. This is shit.
Origami. By the time we get it,
Yeah.
Varian. Now would be a great time to show that beautiful Liberty box that you have.
Oh, you know what? I can grab one. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Hold on.
And for those who are tuning in right now, we are speaking with Jose Garcia, and he's got Lumina Vhox right now on Indiegogo. It is a beautiful book, 80 pages of art, story, and really, less than 12 hours to go on the campaign? Yeah.
But he is going on demand, which I freaking love. So after the show, hang out with us for a minute so I can get some contact info from you, because I'd like to have you on our show as well.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome, yeah, for sure.
Because this is an incredible campaign, and I feel like I missed out.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, how was this not in my life before? Because this is the art style that I absolutely love. I seek this out when I'm looking for books, you know. I mean, I'm really looking for indie campaigns, indie books and things like that. Not just because that's what we do as far as marketing, but because it's like my personal style, that darkness, but you know, that feel of anime and things.
Right.
Okay, very
colored, and you can see the movement. All right.
Yeah.
So this is the empty one. This is one I made because this is actually one that we use in advertising. So you see a picture. Awesome. If you see a picture of like someone holding the boxes, that's because I damaged the bottom of this one on purpose to make sure that something wouldn't happen. I tested the hell out of these boxes before they went out. So this is for Liberty, and this is a Liberty distribution box. I started a distribution company. So I stepped down as EIC of IndieVolt.com so that I can concentrate on Liberty Entertainment Distribution, which is a company. Again, we distribute comics. This is a standard box. We have boxes that are bigger than this, but this one's cute and sexy.
That's beautiful.
You're also the very first voice of Belle.
The very first voice of Belle. Yeah. I'm gonna play the video too. But the box is just, you know, they open and there's, you know, your books will be in there. It's the typical boxes on the inside, but
there's magic inside, Varian.
Oh yeah, we package all the indie comics. They come bagged and boarded, bubble wrapped, and we call it from ship to shelf. They have custom mailers too. In fact, if you look at Pops Van Zant won a comic from the Indie Vault, and he held it up, and it has one of our custom backing boards. So I don't have that picture, but if I did, I'd show it. But there's magic inside, like Nita said. Magic inside these little boxes. Digital. These are all physical. No digital comics in here, but these go to stores, and we're happy to make sure that stores get these boxes. We want them to get indie comics, especially quality indie comics. You never know. You might open this box soon and find
You should totally send me a shirt in that box, V.
I could. Totally do
that. I need a Liberty box in my life.
Yeah, man, that looks awesome. I really like how indie comics has been stepping up their game. Yeah. I saw the Sovereign Wolf box, and I thought that was awesome. Mm-hmm. I just recently found out about a project called Airit, and it's kind of this box with it's a pink cassette, and it's kind of like a shoebox, but inside it has the comic, but it has this. Do you know when you open the shoebox, it has this kind of transparent paper with some designs. It had something like that, and the comics and the swag, and I just see it. People just I received my package from Arid Volume 1, and I'm like, oh man, how could I miss that out? Like, that looks awesome. That looks really great, and I really want that cassette box. It makes me excited to be on indie comics at this point. Like, there's so much stuff you can do right now. Custom general mailers, custom boxes. You can produce a lot of swag, and it just grows and grows. It's awesome.
I mean, for me, for my personal journey, as far as getting into comics, I'm glad that I'm doing it now, as opposed to like when I was younger, like in my 20s or something like that, because I don't know that I would have had the patience to learn the ins and outs, to really understand that there is a business behind it if you're doing this for a living as opposed to a hobby. And I think one of the things that we're coming out of with this past year, with the close down, and call it the Great Pause, because I don't want to get dinged on social media for it. But you've had a lot of people who kind of stretched their wings and looked at comic books as an option, and then suddenly realized, wow, I'm in love, or wow, not for me. And so it's really kind of, I think it's been the great, a great way for people to say, this is really just a hobby for me, or people who are like, no, this is what I want to do, and really step up. So I don't know if that's how have you kind of noticed that too, just because of this past year, that people have kind of said, yes, I'm all in, or harder than I thought, and moving on to other pastures.
Well, I have noticed that there's more information out right now, so that makes it a lot easier. And there are communities forming, on Facebook, Twitter, and stuff. Like, just when I was working still with webtoons, I was into some Facebook groups, like indie creators unite, and some of that, and they were giving you the ins and outs of what to do and what not to do when going for a campaign. I remember watching a lot of. I think his name is Comics Launch on YouTube. Like, there's this guy who talk about Kickstarter and stuff. So I really used to see a lot of that content before jumping in. And once I got into Twitter and started talking with some people, they were really nice. Like, they were telling me, like, you should do this, you should do that, or just asking price points, like, how much should I charge for a poster? And there were some creators that already have done that, and they will tell you, like, you could do this, you could do that. There are some Google documents out there which have all the ins and outs, like, you should you want to do this, you should build your audience, try to go to YouTube, try to go to chats. So it's way easier right now. Even a dummy like me can do it. Like, being working in comics, in animation for so long, you have a completely different culture. When you're a professional on my side as a freelancer, you're not thinking, when you're looking for a job, you're not thinking about the customer. You're thinking about, I need to impress the producer, I need to impress the editor, so I don't have to deal with the customers, So I only have to deal with one or two people so I can get the job. And if you get into the industry and work this way for, I've been working for 14 years now. So it's been almost 14 years of, just trying to impress one or two people. But that kind of makes you socially kind of awkward. I don't know. It's you lose some social skills because of that, because you're trying to just impress one people, but your customers are the ones the people who are buying the project are kind of like what you should be focused on, but it's not encouraged on the industry, like just make your producer, your editor happy, and that's it, so it's kind of a weird, I know it's kind of like a 180 turn for some creators, because now after just having to deal with one or two people, you have to interact with the fans, with the backers, with the customers, and you're not used to that. You're not used to that at all. So for me, I'm saying I'm a dummy, because I came from that. I came from that culture, like not interacting with the customers. And when I started reaching out to people, I was super awkward. I'm from Mexico, so my English wasn't all that good when I started talking. Like I usually just have to send an email to some editor and wait for a reply, maybe 1 or 2 weeks. But I never have to really got on the phone to talk with some actual people. Like everything was via email or some stuff. So right now I do have to work on my skills of how can I act, how to behave, how to act in front of an audience, how to interact with them. And it's a learning experience that some professional artists are not willing to go through the motions, because it's kind of like climbing the stairwell, kind of like why do I need to interact with the fans if I'm already a Marvel or a DC artist? I climbed all the way to the top, so why should I need to do that? But I climbed my way up to DreamWorks, which is kind of like almost at the top of the animation industry, without ever talking to customers. And right now it feels like I'm going all the way down and climbing up, but for me it's not a problem, because I really love interacting with the fans. I really love, learning a new skill, and it has made me a lot more talkative. I talk a lot more right now. I have more friends, and I have, I have great interaction, and with the fans, and I don't know. I wouldn't change that for anything in the world. Okay. And I believe that seeing people going through the process and seeing them on streams, seeing them getting better and better, interacting more and more with the fans, it's encouraging a lot more people to go through this process. So I'm seeing a lot of people, just making the leap of taking this leap of faith. And it's great because we're having more and more great artists. We're having more and more great interactions, and people, the professionals are looking at crowdfunding. There's this new crowdfunding called Soup, and there's all kind of stuff, and they're looking our way, but they're still learning. They're still on the learning curve, like trying to talk with fans and stuff. But it's kind of a humbling experience, because at first, DreamWorks is just a logo on my portfolio. Nobody cares about that. I don't really care about that. But it's a starting point that it can.
I care about that. I think that's
it can open up doors, Yeah,
it can open up doors, but at the same time, it could be kind of like. It's a start talking point, but it's not what you're doing right now. Like it's not. It doesn't represent you right now. Like. And it can be a kind of something holding you back if you have your ego kind of linked with that logo. I've seen some of my animator friends, and they are like, I'm from DreamWorks, I don't need to talk with these peasants. So that's kind of weird, but some artists do that, and I just say like. People are interested on what you're doing right now. Like they go to you because you're doing this book, and everything you did, before that, it's kind of it kind of shows your career. But right now you're on a new path. You're doing some new exciting stuff. You are doing stuff for yourself. You're not doing this for a company. You're not showing corporate work. You're showing your true passions, and that's exciting, you know.
They
And
have a they have a the one thing you said about is that the thing about some of the mainstream people is that they were told. Remember, a lot of Marvel and DC wanted no more superstar artists. They wanted
Mhm.
no more. They said stop. You know, yeah, you can go to the shows, you can sign autographs, and some creators, some people in mainstream comics actually enjoyed that anonymity they had, where they were able to, you know, they could go to a Comic-Con and be a superstar. They could get on the subway and ride a subway home. They didn't have to worry about getting, you know, people mauling them, and they enjoyed that. Now, though, we've been put in a different situation. They find out people actually like to know the creatives behind the the books. Here's the thing, though. Here's the big danger in that. You know what I'm saying? I know we gotta get out of here. We gotta wrap it up. But the big danger in that is that we have so many people out here right now who are being disingenuous about who they actually are. Because the thing is, unlike you, who you're very talented, some people just ain't talented. So they create personas. They create, you know, like these larger than life, like they could be like me and wear a funny hat. I'm not wearing a funny hat today, but they create, like, and it's not them. It's still not them. And then the real them, it starts to crack, and you start to see, oh, this is a facade. This isn't who this person really is. But and that's where you better hope that talent is behind that person, and that book is actually, or that product is actually good. With you, like you said, you're learning how to talk more. You're making friends, and you got a quality product, a couple different quality products behind you. I'm all ready for Tiger Blue.
Right, me too.
I'm ready for that. You get off the stream and start working on it, sir. It needs to be finished. I need it in my mailbox now. You also went up again. I don't know if we acknowledged that. 15,512.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, 12 hours left. We appreciate you coming on here. We appreciate you spending the last few hours of Lumina Vhox on Indiegogo with us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, where can people reach out to you at?
Yeah, so you can find me at my Twitch channel. It's Jose Garcia Artworks, everything in one word. I am at Wrath-Tastical Core on Twitter. Those are mostly the only things I use, like Twitter and Twitch. I have a YouTube channel. It's called CG Learning with Jose Garcia. I do a simul stream. I broadcast both to Twitch and YouTube. You can go find me into that, and what else do I have? I have an Instagram called Jose Garcia Artworks too. So you can find me there. It's not fully updated, but I'm trying to bring it back to life.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you can find me there.
Cool. Miss Meredith, how about you?
Well, you guys can find me at linktree.com/RagenAVC, and that's got our link forest. It's got all our links, including the link to Nita and my link tree, where you can find our personal channels. But yeah, head over to RagenAVC and hit the subscribe button. Follow us on all the social medias, because that's what we're doing. We're trying to build up so that we can share you out.
And they put out they're always tweeting. I've went on Twitter and seen 9 tweets once. I was like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Who's up over there? Nita, where can you be found?
Everywhere Meredith just said. I think we're collective now. I feel like I don't even speak for myself. We're legion.
You'll be on Backer Shots.
I will be on Backer Shots every Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern with Lola, the indie princess.
This I don't know if you want to drink along with Lola and Nita and Meredith. Meredith, you'll be there, right? You'll be on Backer Shots?
When I drag her along.
Well, if you at home want to drink along, pick yourself up some Jägermeister, some cinnamon schnapps, and peppermint schnapps. This pick it up today or tomorrow.
I
That's
am
what they'll
not
be.
doing those, V.
Yeah. We're gonna mix them together.
Mm-mm.
It makes a drink called liquid cocaine,
Mm-mm.
and
Mm-mm.
they'll be knocking those back. Lola can't wait. She's super excited.
No.
Well, you can you can take out the you can make the other version of it. There's
You
another
would
version
see
of it.
me spew black shit everywhere. I did a shot of Jaeger one time, dude, and I hate licorice, and that's the flavor that Jaeger gives off. And I shot that shit, and I swallowed it, and right about here, my mouth realized what had happened. And I felt it come up, and then it went back down, and it came up, and it went back down, and I tried to swallow one last time, and it came out my nose.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was like my body was like, you ain't putting this in me.
I'll tell you, there's another version of it. It's peach schnapps, amaretto, Southern Comfort, and pineapple juice.
That sounds good.
Yeah, that's the weaker version of it. But you know.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to have to tune in for Becca Shots on Saturday.
Tune in for that. Then the tobacco shots tomorrow night. And then Sunday funnies, and then an episode of Indie Vote special issues also on Sunday. And so we got a lot of good programming here. We're gonna keep our eye on Lumina Vhox, see where it ends up. You got 12 hours left, no matter where you're at. A lot of time, still 12 hours to go over there and back this campaign. Here in the final hours of its initial, its first, it's for 60 days you've been running now. So yeah, go over there and check it out. Thank you for being here with us. We appreciate it. This has been a special closeout stream of Lumina Vhox.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, no problem. From Meredith, Nita, and Jose, and myself here. You guys have a great weekend. We'll see you soon. Try to lead this industry a better place than you found it. Later.